Namaskar, welcome to the Global Eye. You are with me, Mosmi. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are about to hear now is not a conspiracy theory. It's a well researched warning by one of the world's most respected economists. Speaking at the European Parliament, Professor Jeffrey Sachs tore through the polished facade of American foreign policy. He didn't mince his words. He named the system, the motives, and the outcomes. And today we connect the dots between what he said and what the world, especially South Asia, needs to realize today. Jeffrey Sachs at the European Parliament presented a shocking exposure. On June 12, 2024, in a historic address to the European Parliament, Professor Jeffrey Sachs laid bare the machinery of American power, and today we can relate his words with US trying to threaten whosoever is not ready to dance in their tunes. He stated unequivocally, the United States has become the most war-prone nation on earth, not because it's being attacked, but because it profits from war. The Economist linked US foreign policy directly to the interest of the military-industrial complex, oil conglomerates, and global finance, arguing that most modern wars, including Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, Libya, and Ukraine, were manufactured or prolonged to benefit American hegemony. He called it what it is, a war business. The Economist warned Europe not to be dragged into America's war for profit model. But who is listening? Now, what Jeffrey Sachs revealed and what we must realize. Sachs outlined how US strategies are built on creating instability, then selling weapons, overthrowing non compliant governments, especially those leaning toward Russia or China, then controlling global narratives through mainstream media dominance, and also weaponizing trade, finance, and diplomacy to punish countries that do not obey them. Yes, it's a system where peace is a threat because peace doesn't pay. And India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and the broader global south are now in the crosshairs. And we can relate this very well now. And Trump's tariff war on India is bullying in plain sight. Donald Trump now imposed an additional 25% tariff on Indian goods, raising the total to 50%. Why? Because India refused to stop buying discounted Russian oil. Thus, this despite the fact that the US itself continues to import enriched uranium and rare minerals from Russia. This isn't just a tariff, it's blackmail. And when Trump says India will bow down, he's not just attacking policy, he is insulting our sovereignty. The Economist warned of this too, how US economic weapons like sanctions and tariffs are used not against enemies but against allies who act independently. If we deeply understand what the Economist warned, this also takes us to the Bangladesh chaos. We can relate now. The Bangladesh chaos, regime change, US footprints, and a silent coup. In 2025, Bangladesh this year saw Sheikh Hasina removed under questionable circumstances. Her allies claim it was Washington's doing because she refused to grant a US base near the Bay of Bengal. The Economist, Professor Jeffrey, though not referring to Bangladesh specifically, emphasized how the US funds destabilizations through NGOs, media campaigns, and covert ops when leaders refuse to align with Washington's Indo-Pacific plans. Sheikh Hasina stood with India, and when she said no to US demands, chaos erupted. Was this a coincidence? Or the American playbook in action? You can't deny the US-Pakistan nexus, Operation Sindoor and the Ghost of War. During India's Operation Sindoor, Pakistan used US military equipment, satellite intelligence, and airspace logistics that traced back to American bases in the region. Historically, too, in 1971 and after, the US supported Pakistan militarily and diplomatically against India. Professor Jeffrey Sachs highlighted how US military aid is never neutral. It always serves strategic containment, even if it pits democracies like India against American supported regimes. We must ask, how long will India be punished for pursuing peace and independence, while Pakistan is rewarded for doing Washington's dirty work? And the final word, what Professor Jeffrey Sachs spoke, we must listen. He said that, will we listen? Jeffrey Sachs did not speak as an activist there, he spoke as an insider, former advisor to the UN, a Columbia University professor, a man once embedded in Western policy networks. And yet he stood in Brussels and said, if we keep allowing the United States to shape global conflicts unchecked, we will destroy the possibility of a peaceful world. Perhaps he is correct. Yes, America's true face is now clear, masked in democracy but driven by domination. The Economist exposed it. The evidence surrounds us. And now India must stand firm. Bangladesh must reclaim its sovereignty, but how? It's a big question. The Global South must unite, because what we are seeing is not just diplomacy. It's a design. And the time to wake up is now. For more deep insights, keep watching The Global Eye.